Stavros Tousios for M4Markets. I'm going to finish the week with Eurodollar and dollar yen. We have said that Eurodollar remains to the upside, the trend, even in the medium term. And as long as we remain above that channel top, the trend is also accelerated. Obviously, you know, accelerations start to descend from somewhere. So it could be the signal here. And given the fact that we have probably 4 or 5 successive signals to the downside over here, you know, that for someone could be, okay, well, that's enough now. Let's go. Let's do it. We're heading down. But is this like maybe setting precedence, you know, here? Because we haven't really yet, you know, seen that actually causing a reversal. So far, there have just been small pullbacks. But either way, we cannot ignore that this is kind of turning like a wedge, okay? But wedges, because they come with three peaks and 2 troughs, and the peaks have to be smaller, where the troughs also have to be smaller. I mean, the preceding ones have to be larger, the preceding waves. That tells me that perhaps what we're going to see over here is we're going to see this turning into, you know, a wedge itself. So that doesn't necessarily mean that we've ended here. Maybe we're going to get one more wave to the upside and then fall, because, you know, you probably will understand that there have been quite a few shorters here and people that shorted over here. So in order to liquidate them, what they're going to do, they're going to send the prices higher here. For now, the idea is that we have a bearish signal, because this is what the momentum shows us here. Okay, and we have actually 2 signals supporting that idea. So we would prefer to come and connect the tops and leave down here a channel. Maybe we can do that. Yeah. So in the very short term, as long as we remain below the 50, the trend is to the downside. Breaking above 50, it might get to 61.8 before we fall. But if we continue up closer to the 79, then most probably going to go for one more leg up and then fall. That would actually form a much better wedge pattern that will be supported by the rules as well. We talked about the USDJPY the turn over here. We had this signal coming in, but no signal here. Okay, this is not necessarily bad, because we have 3 peaks and we have also 3 peaks on the RSI. Okay, so that indicates that there is convergence rather than divergence, which usually ends up with you know, increasing momentum to the direction of the trend. But let's not also forget that the main trend is to the downside. You got 5 waves down and you got 2 waves moving on the sidelines, kinda. So markets move in 5, 3, and 5s. The question is whether we're going to get another spike to the upside, okay, and whether we can get to 140. In my opinion, and if we take into account the fact that we have a hidden divergence signal over here, there is flatness over here, and, you know, there is a higher low. And while equally, you've got the 3 peaks and you've got the 3 peaks on the RSI, again indicating convergence on the 1 hour. There is good potential for further upside. We have to always use the Fibonacci, and I'm going to take that from the previous swing high, an important swing high. I would say the 50% is at 137.90. Let's call it 138. These are false breaks are usually, you know, pretty much they are a zone. They're not just like, you know, a precise level to take into account. So since we're also moving in 5 waves here, I have a feeling that we're gonna get something like this, guys. Okay, and we're gonna probably go up to around 139, if not to 140. Only if we break 140 can the chances of, you know, further upside increase. But also what we want to do is we want to check what sort of clusters we can get over here. And again, 140 is one of the levels, and then 139 is the other. Okay, so a potential pullback is what I see, and then up to 139, and potentially another shorter pullback, maybe then 140, 145. And from there, we reassess the situation.